Ducati Manchester Group.
Hello Acceleration Nation, it is Laramoto here, and today I am riding the Ducati Panigale V2 2020 model. Ducati Manchester have let me borrow it for a week. It feels like a track weapon straight out of the box, and it's got a deliciously smooth pickup and really shows its performance in the higher end of those revs. If you like a superb, well-handled, almost 600 style motorbike, this might be the one for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh, an absolute blast. It's an absolute track toy straight out of the box. It's not set up for me or my weight, but handling wise, suspension wise, it's absolutely spot on. It's 155 brake, which seems like a lot, but it delivers it super smooth, about 0 to 8 grand, really quite steady. But then when you grow past 8, all the way up to 11.5, it just comes alive, it gets rapid, it's swift, and you can really enjoy all of its power without it kind of blowing your mind like a big V4 is. It's light, it's handy, it's not like almost like a 600, but with the kind of lower down torque that you need. It's a fascinating ride. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at it. Look at the DRLs. It just gives it that anger, aggression, that classic Panigale face. And it's a looker. I'm sat here like near the Cat and Fiddle, and people are coming to talk to me because that's the draw of the Ducatis. That is the draw of the Panigale range. It's just gorgeous. And as you can tell, I already love this V2. I hope to compare it quite a lot to my Supersport. So I finally leave the Peak District and take it home for a proper review. This delicious Ducati is the Panigale entry level model. So as the V2, it's the lowest powered one, but 155 brake is more than enough. It comes in either red or white. I'm very biased. I adore my white Supersport, and I think this bike has more impact in white, but actually, like a Ferrari, if you're going to have a Ducati, it's going to have to be a red one. The decals that Ducati Manchester have come up with make it pop and stand out a little bit more. But what I quite like, whilst we're on this camera angle, is the second skin fairing that Ducati have come up with. Now on the white one, this is red, and it draws the eye from the recesses around the headlights where they've highlighted them red, and then brings it out to the side skirts of the bike. What do you think? The sunken headlights are much less monobrow than my Supersport, but I still like the striking looks and pointed nose of the white SS. It's just emphasising that fantastic Ducati styling where your eyes are drawn from the front of the bike as it flows through to the side skirts and the side of the bike and then out to the back. It's just delicious. The V2 will do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds if you get your gear changes right. The 2020 model is a successor to the Panigale 959, and it's still the 90-degree V-twin configuration, or L-twin if you're going to be particularly specific. It's got the Super Quadro engine in it, so kind of the over-square cylinder bore, and it packs quite a punch, so 155 brake horsepower at about 11 grand of revs, and that's 77 foot-pounds of torque at about 9k. And it's certainly got a bit of poke. Now, when I'm riding it, when I first pulled away from Ducati Manchester, I immediately felt like it was just smooth. You know, for a twin, you feel a little bit of a lump. It's wonderfully tuned for just some relatively low revs, cruising. It doesn't. It's not a hassle. You know, for 150 brake, where, say for example, I was riding the MT10, and that does feel like the throttle response is pretty aggressive. It wants to go places. This is actually quite a friendly package. So I was like, all right, okay, this is steady, and then when you start opening it up, you get a bit of freedom on the roads, and you're on your way to pulling onto a motorway, for example, or you're enjoying a bit of the Peak District. You get to the top third, half 8 grand in, and she just pulls, and it comes with this roar, and then it just moves into this higher pitched whine, and you're like, yes, I'm on it, and we're going to go places. It feels like, handling wise, in terms of power wise, it just feels like quite a light, poised, nimble, feisty 600 without the need to rag the proverbial off it. It still has enough grunt and torque to make things happen at lower revs without being screamed the entire time. But if I could take to the track, it might be my perfect track weapon, because the V4s, you circa like 200 brake up. They are powerful machines, much bigger engine, much bigger profile, a lot more to sit your legs around. Whereas this, it's slim, it's comfortable on the track at least, and it feels nimble. The suspension feels poised. It feels like you could just have a really good time on it, and I really want to. Just need to get them to let me take it to the track. For the rest of the review, search Laramoto on YouTube.
Leading the way. Ducati Manchester Group.